Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess back with another Netflix special. Thank you for coming by. As always, I appreciate any view and interest in my channel. Today we are checking out Hitman, doing a little teaser, something a little different from Bridgerton. If you have not checked out my Bridgerton summary, it's coming back next week and I think it's pretty good. So I'd love to know what you think about it. Anyway, Glenn Powell is starring in Netflix as Hitman. And, I'm sorry, not just Hitman. He's a fake Hitman. But one of the things I loved when I started watching this movie was our girl from Good Girls is starring in it. I like her. And she's funny in this one too. So let's meet Jasper. Jasper is the current fake Hitman. Well, sort of current. He has just learned he is on a 120-day suspension with pay because he's a jerk and went too far in the last case. So the team needs backup, and Gary, who is a college professor by day, and by night he helps the police department with the electronic pieces, setting up the spy software, the what do you call it? The wires. Yes. He is the one who set up the wires, make sure all the audio is good when they are setting up these people who are searching to off their loved ones. In comes fake Hitman. No experience. They're on site. The team just learned Jasper is suspended and he is minutes away from going in and meeting the new quote unquote client. So Gary has to have a crash course with Jasper in the car on what to do and how not to get killed. So Gary's training goes a little something like this. No weakness or it will get you killed. Constant aggression until they say the word and or you get the money or you'll get killed. Act like you are a killer because you are a killer. You are the hitman. If they suspect anything less, yeah, you guessed it, you're going to get killed. Gary's like, is there anything else? That's all you got for me? Yes. Don't F this up. So, baby, Gary is going in. He pumping himself up. He can do this. He has no idea how to get this done, but he can do it. He is coaching himself in his head. Like, think hitman, think scary, bad. Hitman, you're a murderer, Gary. You can do this. He meets with the client. He convinces him that he's his guy. The man gives him the money. Bam, he got him. Turns out Gary is pretty good at stunting as a hitman to keep the community safe. I mean, he's getting into the costume play. He can cater to any client, any role. He hasn't missed yet. They have so far more catches than Jasper, and he's doing so well they keep him on the job even when Jasper's probation is up or his suspension is up. Jasper's on desk duty and Gary is the man. So it turns out there is really not a real hitman in real life. This is what people see on TV. It only exists on TV. Folks be ready to off somebody. They get to inquiring. Those people that they're inquiring to get nervous, call the cops, tip them off. The cops devise a stakeout, plan, stage, and yeah, right now, Gary is the guy until he meets Madison, a devoted wife who wants to off her controlling, abusive, manic. She didn't say manic. I just added manic. But she wants to off her husband. She has hired a hitman. Well, she hasn't hired him yet. I misspoke. She is looking for a hitman, and Gary is who is the undercover guy. So they interview, and Gary's fake hitman name is Ron. So Madison is meeting Ron, and she's afraid of her husband. The marriage keeps getting worse and worse. She feels like she's in prison, and she doesn't want to die in prison. And he starts to feel bad for her. Like, he's connecting with her. They joke a little bit. They kind of have a natural chemistry. And suddenly the husband calls, and Gary can tell, I'm sorry, Ron can tell that she's really nervous and she's really afraid of her husband. She's got to hurry up and get out of here. She want to hurry up and get this over with. So she hands over the money. Only Gary and her can see that she is passing the money. And Gary tells her, listen, keep that money. He doesn't say keep the money. He said keep what you have in your hand. Go ahead and start a new life. Don't look back. Don't even go home. Like, just start over. And if you need anything, you have my number. Call me. She leaves. Gary's team immediately calls him. Like, what the hell just happened? What are you doing? I'm sorry. Is it Ron or Gary? It's Ron. It's Gary. Pick one. Ron explains to them, like, listen, this girl, she don't deserve to go to prison. Like, this is also looking out for the community. The team is hot, but they not hot enough to let Gary off the hook with this new role that he has. This is really the first case that they didn't get. His rate is still so much higher than Jasper, and Jasper was good for his job, but Jasper was just problematic. So Gary stays on and continues to crack the cases of Hire the Hitman. Life is going on as usual. Gary's in a solid space, and time goes on, and then suddenly he's sitting at home with his cat, and he gets a message. Well, Ron gets a message from Madison inviting him to some type of dog event or something like that. There's no pressure. It's just an invite. She thought it'd be something his speed, and so he resolves to go. I mean, technically, he's usually professional. He's not trying to date this girl, but technically, she did text Ron. She didn't text him. I mean, Gary. And she could be still looking for a hitman, except she isn't. She took his advice, moved out, got her own place. She cut her hair. She has filed for divorce. They're in the middle of the divorce, and she wants to thank him because without his advice, she wouldn't be in a better space. And so yeah, she just wanted to thank him and thought this was a neutral space to kind of, just show her gratitude. Gary makes sure that she's not still interested in offing her now soon to be ex-husband. And she isn't. She actually wants to take him to dinner. Just a gratitude dinner to hang out for a little bit and just, reset. So he obliges. They go to dinner. Next thing you know, girl, they back at her place, knocking the boots. Not just a one-time, hit 'em time knocking the boots. They are carrying on a full affair. Okay? No strings attached. Just a fun spot. He knocks some tension off. She released some tension. Everything is cool. And yeah. Gary ups his swag, honey. He ups his swag. He is still doing his thing. Bagging the hitman for hire people. And everything is going good. He and Madison get a little too comfortable. Start hanging out. And one night they're out. And run into the ex-husband. Gary is regretting this decision now. And, I know he's supposed to be an undercover hitman. Now he out with Madison and the ex-husband have seen him. This can't be going great. Anyway, so he gets a call. They have a new client. They need to meet. Of course, he's the guy. So he sets up shop and goes into the diner to meet the new client. He sits down behind him. So they are sitting with their backs turned. Gary tells him, don't turn around. They need to talk first. He is in full hitman mode. The man starts telling him how He wants to off his soon-to-be ex-wife. She is seeing somebody new. He can't stand it. Ooh, child, he going through it. And not only do he want to off the wife, he want to off the boyfriend. Y'all know who the man is? It's Madison's husband, honey. And that is my teaser for Hitman. What y'all think? Now, before we get into what y'all think, and if you want me to do a part 2 and go ahead and give you everything else that's going to happen, because we're going to stop it right here. I love you guys to watch the movie. I enjoyed it. And, but before we get into that, and y'all jumping down to these comments, I know my pictures are janky, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. And this ain't Tyler Perry Studios, and it is not MGM Studios. Is MGM Studios still a thing? We're going to go with Disney Studios. But I gave y'all some good content, I think. Of course, I'm biased. And I gave us a good teaser. Hitman is good. It's kind of funny. And I mentioned that our girl from Good Girls, or Bad Girls, whichever girls, yeah, her, she's in it. She's pretty funny. I'd love for you guys to watch it. Come back and give me some comments. Tell me what you think. Or I may just do it anyway. But if you'd like to see a part 2, go ahead and jump down in the comments and let me know. And I'll give you guys the tea on how this unfolds. Girl, Gary got himself in a pickle. Or is it Ron that got himself in a pickle? Because he is messing with the client that he let go. Not only that, but he done got into a scuffle, tussling, bustling with this man. And now he want to off him and the girlfriend. Hitman, Netflix. Let's get into it. Tell me what y'all want me to do next. Thank you guys for stopping by. I so appreciate every view. Of course, I'm telling you, this is a growing channel. Hopefully it grows. And I'm in it to win it. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out.